So it seems the countdown for Vasily Lomachenko's return officially begins now.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? It's your boy, Dr. Boxing Talk, back for another YouTube video banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I don't know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man. So check this out. You know, we have some news coming from the Emanuel Navarette camp, you know, the WBO champion at 130-pound division. You know, he's going to be fighting the #1 ranked contender in Charly Suarez. You know, Emanuel Navarette, the Mexican-born champion, going against a Filipino contender in Charly Suarez, who is undefeated. So this should be a good fight, man. I know Charly Suarez goes under the radar for a lot of people. He's relatively unknown, but this will be a good fight. Anytime a champion is fighting the #1 ranked opponent in his sanctioning body to defend his belt, it's always a great fight, right? But what I wanted to focus on was the undercard, you know, the co-main event with Raymond Muratalla versus Zaur Abdullaev, right? They will be fighting for a title eliminator at the 135-pound division for the IBF belt. Yes, the IBF belt is a sanctioned body where their champion in the 135-pound division is Vasily Lomachenko. We haven't seen him in a long time, you know, precisely. We haven't seen him since he knocked out the Australian champion, George Kambosos, you know what I'm saying, his last outing last year, right? And so, you know, the Ukrainian fighter has been out and he's been given a medical exemption from the IBF. So, you know, the IBF is probably the most strict when it comes to the rules and fighters adhering to the rules, you know, so salute to the IBF and President Daryl Peoples. So when they granted him an exemption, especially a medical one, I was like, okay, bet, you know what I'm saying? It must be legitimate, you know, that he must have provided them with sufficient documentation to warrant them giving him a exemption. However, it wasn't until October. So there's a lot of people that are like, hold on, man, it's been a long time since Lomachenko's been out. He might as well retire and give up the belt. Well, you know, as you may know or may not know, when fighters go in a title eliminator, that means that the winner is owed, you know what I'm saying, a shot at the title. Case in point, Arnold Barbosa and Jack Catterall, they just fought another title eliminator in the WBO. And the winner was Arnold Barbosa. So you see him, he's fighting the WBO champion at 140, which is Teofimo Lopez. Same concept here. So the winner of this fight gets a title shot, and that's at Vasily Lomachenko. And if he does not fight them by October 8th, you know, the deadline that was given by the IBF, then he will be stripped, and that person, you know, will get a title shot regardless of whether it's against Vasily Lomachenko or not. Or possibly they could even get elevated to a full champion. You never know how it goes, man. So all in all, it's good to see that we have a timeline set on when Vasily Lomachenko is going to return and defend his belt. You know, I've already dropped this video. I mean, I already dropped the announcement of his medical exemption and the fact that he will be fighting Zaur Abdullaev and Raymond Muratalla a while ago for a title eliminator, but now we get a date on it, so that's good, man. So we know May 10th his potential opponent, next opponent, will be fighting, and then, you know, we know who Vasily Lomachenko is going to fight next, unless, you know, boxing moves with fluidity, something could change. You know, we could see potential step aside money, and we could get a Vasily Lomachenko unification upon return, right? Because his manager Igis Klimas has been entertaining that in a multitude of interviews as of late. So we'll see, man. Either way, Vasily Lomachenko, we have a timeline on it, and hopefully we'll get to see him return before that October 8th deadline, but definitely by October, man. And it'll be against either Zaur Abdullaev or Raymond Muratalla, depends on who wins, or potential unifications if his manager is really wants to bring that into fruition via step aside money or something like that, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Do you think Lomachenko should be stripped? Are you tired of waiting, or do you think this is pretty good that we have at least have a timeline to when he'll return and defend his belt, man? But y'all don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember, with God we can do anything. Without God we are nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.